Good morning and welcome to Watts Cemetery Chapel. Now behind me we've got the little cemetery. It's a beautiful place. I've already walked around looking for the person I'm trying to find here today. She was an actress. Now she never really played any major starring roles, but what she did was perform in a lot of stage, a lot of TV and a few films. She never made any real, how could I put this? She never did any starring roles, simply because of her height. So there's a lovely little entrance here, but unfortunately it's ruined with scaffolding. Yeah, she was very short as an actress, as a person, and she didn't have the required good looks really to make it massive. But she was an actress for a lot of years. And the person we are here to see today is Patricia Hayes. Yeah, well, as I said, Patricia Hayes, I remember her from a few things. When I did my research on her, I do remember her from a few things that were listed that she'd been in. Now, I don't really know that much about her. There's really not an enormous amount about her on the internet. I mean, there's various pages, various sites that have information about her, but the information is very limited. Oh, so I'm walking up a steep hill. It doesn't look like it, but I am. Right, what I should do anyway, I'll spin you around because it's a lovely little chapel here, very unusual. I'll spin you around and we'll have a look at this chapel and the rest of the little cemetery while I tell you a little bit about Patricia Hayes.
Patricia Hayes was born in Streatham, London, the daughter of George Frederick Hayes and Florence Alice Hayes. Her father was a clerk in the civil service and her mother was a schoolmistress. As a child, Hayes attended the Sacred Heart School in Hammersmith. Hayes attended RADA, graduating in 1928. She spent the next 10 years in repertory theatre. She was featured in many radio and television comedy shows between 1940 and 1996, including Hancock's Half Hour, Raise a Laugh, The Arthur Askey Show, The Benny Hill Show, Bootsy and Snudge, Hugh and I, and Till Death Us Do Part. She played the part of Henry Bones in the BBC Children's Hour radio programme Norman and Henry Bones, the Boy Detectives, from 1943 to 1965. Hayes was cast in supporting roles for films including The Bargee, 1964, The Neverending Story, 1984, A Fish Called Wanda, 1988, and was also featured as Finn Raziel in the Ron Howard film Willow, 1988. Her most substantial television appearance was in the title role of Edna, the Inebriate Woman, Play for Today, 1971, for which she won a BAFTA award. She provided the character voice for comedy puppet performances for television programs such as Gran, Woodland Animations, 1982. She was also the subject of This Is Your Life in 1972 when she was surprised by Eamon Andrews. In April 1975, Hayes was interviewed by Roy Plomley for Desert Island Discs. A sizable but incomplete extract is available to listen to and download via the programme's website on the BBC. In 1977, she appeared on the BBC's long-running TV variety show The Good Old Days. She had been an early member of the Players Theatre in London, an old-time music hall club from the 1950s onwards. In 1985, she starred in the title role of the TV play Mrs. Capper's Birthday by Noel Coward. Hayes played Miss Willow in one episode of the 1991 radio show The Secret Life of Rosewood Avenue. She was the mother of British actor Richard O'Callaghan, born Richard Brooke, by her marriage to Valentine Brooke, whom she divorced. She never remarried. She was formerly the head of the British Catholic Stage Guild, which her son later chaired. She was awarded an OBE in 1987. Patricia Hayes died in September 1998 in Putnam, Surrey. but she appeared posthumously in the 2002 film Crime and Punishment, which had been filmed in 1993 but been delayed because of a legal case. She is buried at Watts Cemetery, Compton, Surrey, which is where we are today.
Well, that's all the information I could get on Patricia Hayes. Unfortunately, there's not a massive amount on there about her. Now, when I came into this cemetery, because it is only small, I had to wander around, have a look at all the headstones, couldn't find a final resting place. So I went back to my car, went on Google, had a look, see if I could find an image, and I found an image, and all it was an old rotten wooden cross with a little plaque on it, saying Patricia Hayes. Now, obviously, because she died quite a while ago now, I thought, chances of me finding it aren't that great. But I had a little wander around, read all the wooden crosses in here, and there are a few. And there's even a few that have been pulled out of the ground and they're resting up against the fence around the edge, which I think is very, very disrespectful, but there you go. So I got all the way down to the back of the cemetery. I thought, right, this is another one I'm not going to be able to do, because I've had issues recently finding one particular grave I'm trying to find, but I have been invited to a cemetery now by someone whose dad used to work there, and he's going to show me exactly the resting place, because apparently it's an unmarked grave. So that's a future video which will be coming up soon. But anyways, so I got down to the bottom of this cemetery and I thought, no, that's it, give up, I'll go back to my car. As I was walking back, the very first headstone I looked at, isn't that always the way? The very first headstone I looked at was hers. Obviously the wooden cross had been replaced many, many years ago, because it's not a new headstone. I don't know how I missed it the first time round, but anyway, she is just here to my left. So as per usual, I'll spin you around and we'll go and have a look at a final resting place together. Right, those wooden benches down there in the distance, the little circular around that tree, the little wooden benches, that's where I walked down to and I gave up. And just over here, the very first stone I looked at is the stone, the final resting place, Patricia Hayes. And here it is. In loving memory of Patricia Hayes, OBE, actress, mother, grandmother, friend, 1909 to 1998, RIP. But that is a final resting place of actress Patricia Hayes. Well, that was the final resting place of actress Patricia Hayes. I don't know how I found it so difficult to find, because as I say, it's not an enormous cemetery. I've literally walked you while filming from the gate to the back. It's about a 3 or 4 minute walk tops, but it is up and down hill. The little steeple, the little chapel is right on top of the hill. And then it goes down this side, it goes down steep the other side. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. God, I'm really out of breath. I've walked up and down these hills 3 times. But I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I've worked hard to make it, believe me. If you like the content, you want to see more, I have over 70 videos in my collection, and there's bound to be something on there you'll find interesting. Yeah, if you want to see more content, then maybe consider subscribing. But please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And oh, I'm worn out. Right, that's it. I'm off home. I will see you on the next one. Thank you also very, 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 very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.